I was talking to you about a plan, and I'm gonna show you something. So when I'm on your videos, I leave this computer on, but if it's on something else, it seems to work. But whenever I'm in your feed here and I go to type in a message or whatever, this computer just shuts down. Well, here you can see you're running right now, and then check it out. It says you're offline. So I don't know what it is, but even this computer, because I got another one, I put this computer on your site, which I'll show you. So as you can see, I've got Dutch Sense on Twitch, okay? And I'm using pre-search because it's like better, right, than Google. And so I'm gonna go down, look, Dutch Sense, official. Top Twitch clips, Twitch Cracker, okay, that's on Twitch Tracker, right? So that comes up. And that's a first, because before it wasn't coming up. So, okay, that comes up now, and then let's see if it even loads. I'm going to pause this and see if it loads. So it's still just loading. I went ahead and I hit this button right here, and I hit the last 7 days, because it's still just loading, and you can see it's still just loading. So I'm gonna leave it for a minute. It's not gonna load. It's just not gonna load. It's not gonna give me a video. So let me go back. Let me show you. I'm gonna go back, and the last time so we go right here, Twitch. Okay. Last time I clicked on it, it said I can't even view this because it is not safe. So I'm gonna let that load. Of course, I'm not gonna share this video with anyone but you, and you know, I don't know that you'll watch it, but see? I don't know how it is, but I'm gonna just stop this like that. That's what it gives me. You know, like I'm always telling you, there is literally a plan put in place to freaking take out the United States with an earthquake, my guy. They're gonna shift the North American craton. What they did, and I'll just give you, the plan tells me, I don't have like every specifics of the plan. What I have is a bunch of, like I'll just show you really quick, what I have is a bunch of line items. This is one name out of the plan itself, like that. And this plan is telegraphed through the local news medias and stuff like that, and it's an encrypted grid. So all these locations in this grid is the locations there. First, some of them, like, look, energy production. Some of them, traffic routing administration, that's NEMA. But some of them, what they do, and then they got in the news, all right? Look, they inverse the text so that they can, they mess with my work so much it's ridiculous. But, so this whole thing, the whole plan itself, this is just the first name. It gives me all the locations that they're working out of. Solomon Islands, just multiple places. And instead of going into it all, but they've messed with my work so much, I've had it. Like, I've had that plan written out. And all the specifics, and they've come in and they've ruined it. Like, you can go to my blog now, and they've ruined 2 of them. So you see, I'm on the back end of it right now. Getting ready to create a website so I can bring it out. But you can't even, like, you can't play videos, you can't click on the ads, nothing. People got a hold of me, so right now I actually was developing a website so that I could publish it really quick and get it out. Again, because I've been doing this for 2 years. That whole plan itself gives me every location they're working out of. And the plan tells me that geothermal operations, oil and gas pipeline, and fracking, and then there's some AI bots that are scouring the ocean floor, and that they installed faulty pipelines. So I read a lot of the processes and stuff, and I'm not scientific at all, but it said to me that the processes basically told me they're using water to bring it up against the lava, so the lava would come to the Earth's surface and get explosive. And then it also looks to me as if, you know, they're going to basically split the United States in half. And there's actually a map on this. Surely you've seen this map before, but that one there. Well, there's actually, over the time that I've been, you know, in the truth movement, I guess you can say, there's been a lot of talk about prophecy that the United States would be split in half. And so I've read reports, and they even right now, like, I've been trying to find this report again, but they messed with my work so bad I couldn't find it. And anyways, this report shows that they made that body that's in the I'm so used to my touchscreen. They made the body, that area where the lakes go up, they now have projected that they're going to run their exports and imports through that new lake or a river, because it's going to be a river running from the Gulf of Mexico into Canada. And there's literally business projections that are showing, and all that farmland that Bill Gates bought up, it's all like freaking look at the ocean. It's like oceanfront property, for crying out loud. It was a plan to depopulate through the air, and they're spraying us like cockroaches. And I took the locations out of this grid and I put it into Map Customizer. And then when I put it in Map Customizer, it had sorry, I'm having a brain fart, not so fast, they're spraying us like roaches. It had an area where it told me that it would be applied on like a Tuesday and a Friday, and then it's another area says it's aerosols, liquids, and gels, and then it gives a bunch of chemicals, and then it shows how they're going to be refueling their planes in the air, and yada yada yada. Well, when I put on World View and I put, you know, so where you can see the clouds and stuff via the satellite, the grid that I put in matched. Let me show you something. So I put this map in. I actually even sent you this map because there's a lot of locations on here that are actually where some of their operations are out of too. But I put this map in and I had it side by side next to Worldview, and believe it or not, bro, the aerosol injections matched it. And I even took, what was weird about it too, even weirder than matching the muff with I took and matched it. Like, it told me on Thursday and Friday, right? So it matches on those days. And then on like Wednesday and Tuesday and Sunday, it was completely different. So it was like no denying that that's what it was. They have messed up 3 blogs because my material, everything that I've written is actually the truth. I mean, it's prophesied that a big earthquake will shake the heaven and the earth. And in Revelation, it tells us that authority was given to man. So ultimately, there is a plan put in place that they've already installed everything. They were using low liquid explosives to blow areas in the mind so that it would cause weakness in the Earth's crust. They took all the studies, all the maps, and all that crap like that they had over the last, 100 years or whatever, however long, and they brought all these processes together and they created this plan. And it's a simulation, basically. They put it into a simulation. If we use this physics model and this method, can we cause this to happen? So they're literally causing this to happen. And I'm here to tell you, what you talk about using the energy sector and everything, that's what's in that plan. That's what's in that. And that's why they target you so much, because whether you want to know or not, you are actually doing God's work. You are doing the Most High's work, going up against these guys and saying oil's causing this, energy farm, the wind farms, all these stuff that you talk about. I'm not a pro, but when I listened to you and I had been looking at this plan, and I'm like, man, and I told someone about it. I had seen you years prior, but I wasn't following, you at that time regularly. I would just check in with you and stuff and see what you had to say. And then I wasn't putting two together, but when I was talking about this, a subscriber of mine said, you know what? Dutch actually talks about this. And so then I started listening to you more intently, and I was like, oh my gosh, he like literally proves what I'm talking about. And now, like I said, your website and stuff, like, but I say this to you because, Dutch, you have a lot of subscribers. And if you knew the whole components of what I'm talking about, which, by the way, I could tell you a lot more and in better detail. It was just that I come to the site. I noticed this was going on today, so I thought I'd go ahead and, record a really quick video and show you what was happening. I tell you this not because I want you to quit. I want you to get frustrated. I tell you this to empower you. I'm heavily targeted because of what's going on. The last project I worked on was a $50 million project. It was the subway system under the Freedom Tower, the new, after 9/11 happened, right? Well, they got to me. They almost killed me. I mean, these guys have tried to kill me numerous times. We were in the Permian Basin, me and Michael, and they parked a freaking vehicle in the middle of on the right lane, for crying out loud, and unplugged the back end of it so we wouldn't see it. It was a car hauler, for crying out loud. When we caught it, we were 80 miles an hour at 1-something in the morning, pitch black out. And we freaking barely missed this thing. And that was by the grace of God that we missed it. We barely missed this thing, right? This guy was standing in between the front of the cab of the semi and the back end of the semi. They thought we were going to hit that and flip over. I was laughing so hysterically. I asked Mike, I said, Mike, what did I say to you when we seen that on the highway?
Seen what?
When the truck.
You said, did they try to kill us?
Yeah. Did they try to kill us?
I said, yeah.
Yeah.
They did.
And then
and there's a cop right there.
Yep, absolutely. He said, oh, and there's a cop right there to take the call. And I was like, oh my gosh, 'cause I was laughing hysterically, like freaked out, And funny, I'd been telling Mike, I said, I wonder what these guys are up to. They haven't tried to kill me in a long time. You know what? They want you to get silent, bro. They want you to get silent. Well, if you get silent and you show a little bit of weakness, they're going to come for you harder. I mean it. I know how they work. I've been it's best to keep talking, keep bringing it up, keep bringing awareness. So because here you are showing, just by the work you've been doing for years, you are showing what they are up to. And, this isn't about a conspiracy, and I'm going to close with this, just tell you, I appreciate you listening if you've chose to listen. And if you have, I want you to know, man, get on your knees and start praying. You say you're a believer, right? Use your authority. The Bible says that no evil will befall thee and no plague will come nigh thy dwelling. God has protected me, Dutch. He has protected me from the enemy multiple times, and he'll do it for you. So all you have to do is take it to him and say, look, I'm having this trouble. I need you to take the wheel. But you got to keep talking. If you don't, it's going to make your situation worse. And I know that you'd be like, how? Because I'm pulling out. What are you going to do? Start a new channel talking about something different? You got to rebuild your subscribers and everything else? You don't even have time for that, bro. They've already put all these operations in place. They're literally just waiting on what the outcome is. Faulty pipelines were installed. They're using the petro in the oil communities. All these new mining projects, like the new mining project that they just oh my gosh, I posted it. It's in Oregon, and I think it's called Frosty or something like that. That has to do with this. Why? Because they need a little bit more done to make the event happen quicker, They're like, so men are actually doing this stuff to their own demise. They're like, yeah, we got a job, we got some money coming in, and that job just may put them over the edge, and boom, this cataclysmic event happens. Well, it was prophesied, for crying out loud. This is prophecy. And I really think, I want to end with this, but, when you're talking about earthquake plans, you cannot plan for what is coming. Read Revelations 9. Read Joel chapter 2. The best defense in this is prayer. And I think maybe, your faith in Jesus says, if you are scared to confess me in front of man, I will not confess you in front of my Father. So you got to, say, just tell people, hey, look, y'all, do you have an earthquake plan in place? Pray. Tell them. Profess your faith. You've got thousands of viewers in your live. You got 4,000 people that you can say, pray. This was prophesied. You know what I mean? But hey, don't let me direct you. Let God direct you. Let you, I know you got a bunch of non-believers, but we all got to bear fruit somehow. And you are bringing awareness to something that's been put in place. So they're tagging you hard because they want you to shut up, Dutch. If you keep talking, you might save a life, and that's going to go against the establishment. You know what I mean? Well, I guess it's all about character. Either way, I respect you. I have mad respect for you. Your work is stellar. You're an intelligent man. And, they amp up their stuff. They send dues your way. They're radiating you, but they do this anyways. And if you quit, again, I've done it. Take me as a witness to this. They amp up the plans. They amp up what they do because they're like, he's weak. We got him. Time to destroy him. Right? You have a lot of followers that respect you tremendously. Use that. Even if I know what it feels like to be hit with dues and you're tired, your head's foggy and all these things like that. You're confused, you're frustrated. You got these guys of invisible hand in your place, messing with your computer, sending you signals and stuff that you're like, what in the hell? This is crazy. Every time you get on, ding, the bell rings. And you be talking about a place like they did with the earthquake, where you were talking about your friend who bought the house, and then next thing you know, there's an earthquake right there. It's like, yeah, they're telling you, we're here. They're telling you that. So, and you know that, but empower yourself because this is how I empower myself, because I was given authority. So I read it. Look, the Bible says that if you make him your habitation, that nothing will come your way. I'm in this book all the time, and I'm here to tell you, without this word, doesn't matter where you're at in the world, because this is going to be a global event. It says in the Bible, a global event, bro, that the heavens and the earth will shake. My gosh, the removal of the bride is going to happen. And those who don't have the seal of God on their forehead are in huge trouble. I'm praying for you, bro. Like I said, whether you believe it or not, I know you're doing the work of God. I know you're doing the work of Jesus Christ, because you're going up against his enemies. That's powerful, man. You were chosen, hand-picked for a moment like this. You see what my computer just did? Just shut down. See? Okay, there's the proof. You get to see my window. It's all taped up through there. When you're heavily targeted, you got to, well, I let them destroy me. I didn't know what was going on. I let them destroy me. They come try to kill me a bunch of times. And during that process, I found out how they work. Found out everything about it. And guess what? I ended up with their plan. I keep asking you, I was going to write something out and send it to you, but unless you're getting my emails and unless you're looking at the stuff, I'm not going to waste my time. I've already wasted about 1,500 hours in work, and unfortunately, I could give you locations of where they're operating out of, for crying out loud. The information I have literally gets people killed. Bill Cooper, William Cooper, Behold a Pale Horse. He got killed for warning about the first 911. I'm warning about the second one, and it's in place. It's already been done. The damage has been done. They're literally just waiting it out. And I think, like I said, there's some operations that are happening in Oregon. I think they were like, oh man, it hasn't happened yet, because the Telegraph reflects that they're like, I don't know what's going on. It was imminent. So now they're like, wait a minute, guys, we got to go do this over here. So they went and found a spot that they were going to mine, and they're saying it's for, I don't know, iridium or something. And in reality, it has nothing to do with that. It has to do with, they're after your soul. You want more information on it, you got to respond to me, or I ain't going to give it. But anyways, take care, take charge, and man, don't forget prayers.